What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Video number 2. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, the second video of the day. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday afternoon. And in about 1 hour, my house is going to go from me shooting a review to because my kids will be walking in the door, and I've been trying to shoot this video for like an hour. Don't know why, don't know what's wrong, but maybe it's because for me this is an important device and I'm really excited to shoot this video for you all and give you a look at this device and how it works and all the great things about it, because to me this has been a go-to device over so many different devices that I have that I don't really get that excited that often over a piece as far as mods go. Typically I get more excited about addies and juices, but this one just has really had my attention and I'm really excited to bring in the review of it today. The mod I'm talking about is an authentic Chinese mod, and it is a mechanical mod, but not a mechanical in the way you're thinking. No folks, it is a mechanical box mod, and it is the tank crossing mod from the manufacturer in China called Sigreen. Okay, yeah, and it even has their name on the box, which we'll go into that when we do the zoom mode and talk a little bit about whether I like or dislike that. But nonetheless, I need a vape. Thing vapes. Wow. That's pretty much what I think in my brain every single time I take a vape on this thing is, wow, this thing, I love it. So with that, let's go ahead and go down in zoom mode and let's take a look at this bad boy up close, folks. 1 sec. Alright folks, so here we are with the tank crossing mod from Sigreen in close mode, or I should say zoom mode. Here's the front of the mod here, okay? It's got some nice engravings, some stars. It's got a nice little tank engraving with a little star on the front with the number 7 and a little flag. It says tank crossing on it, which is really nice. And then you got some more stars here at the bottom. If you listen to my screwdriver here, these are some pretty deep engravings, folks, and I really enjoy that. As I said up top, I did do a little scratch test on the back of this door to see if it was real wood, because I have had a couple of mods that looked like they were real wood from China and they weren't. This one, thankfully, is the real deal. I really like how the seam here doesn't go all the way to the top like some of the other mods we've seen, so juice can't get down in there. Even though there's a well here, as you can see, I like using my 28 and 30 mil devices on this particular mod, and they extend past this drip well. So if juice gets out, which it has, and leaks, it won't get down inside the door. Also, the door has a flange all the way around it, which I'll show you here in a second, which also helps prevent that from happening. So that is the front, really well done. I really like the design and the layout and the logos of the front. I know I've heard people say that they didn't really like it, but again, this is subjective and I do like it. You got your side here, which is basically the back end of the side, and then you have the back, and this is really where this mod kind of loses me on looks. Number one, the Sigreen identification, which I don't mind them having their name on it. I respect that and I appreciate them labeling their goods, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I do believe that that's just a little overkill, okay? At least in my opinion. And then down here you have a thing that a little warning. It says not to be used by persons under 18, and then you have my serial number, which is number 0861, so 861 down there. Now, what I have liked to have seen on this device was the Sigreen logo, where this is at. Get rid of this altogether, this not to be used by persons under 18, because I am clearly over 18 years old, and every other device I've ever had and ever vaped on has never told me that I had to be 18 to use it, so I don't know why they started with this one, but it is what it is. So I know this might be subjective and some people might like that, some people might not, but to me those two things, this should be gone and this should be down there and smaller like over the serial number, but that's just my opinion. Here's the front side of the mod and the fire button here. It's a nice chrome little button, and when I say little, I mean little. Here's a really tiny small screwdriver, and look at it compared to that. I mean, it is tiny. It's even smaller than my pinky. Okay, you can barely see the edges there, but it's pretty much smaller than my pinky when I put my pinky flat over the top, which is pretty tiny. Now, the button consists of two parts. It consists of the outer ring and then the internal ring, which makes it even smaller to push. I mean, you really kind of have to, I mean, you can push it from the side, the top, the middle, and it still fires on all sides, but it is just a really tiny button. I'm thinking it's somewhere around the range of maybe 8 to 9 millimeters. I mean, it's a really small surface area to push, but it has been okay to use. It's just I would like more of a horn style size button, or maybe even a little bit bigger, maybe like what the Sigelei 100 watt has on it, but it is what it is. So there's that. Here's the top of the mod and the 510. As you can see, it's really well done. This cup sits down inside, if you can see that. So it's kind of a recessed cup, which I really enjoy for over dripping. It has these little air channels for you folk who use or would use this device for like a Clearomizer or an EVOD or anything like that, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't use it for that, but it's kind of nice that it has it. And it also has an adjustable standard screw in there, which is standard threaded, so you can basically stick your standard screwdriver in there and you can turn it and adjust to your particular device. Now, this is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I know a lot of these atomizers, or excuse me, the mods that have been coming out of China lately have had reverse threading. This does not. This has basically, you screw it tight to screw it down, and you screw it left, or you screw it counterclockwise to loosen it, which is the way it should be. So that is that. Okay, really nice 510. It's been a really good pleasure to use. I've really enjoyed it, and the threading in this is really nice. Now, getting to the door here and into the inside, to pull the door off. As you can see, as I said, this door has like these flange all the way around, which I really enjoy. I know this is for the guide, and then this is for it to fit snugly and not shake, but this also, on the flip side of it, keeps juice from getting out of here, because I have leaked juice down the front of this, and this little flange here kept juice from getting inside the mod, and I really like that design. See on the back, this is underneath here is where I kind of scratched to make sure it was real wood, but this actual label here came down inside this mod identifying the batteries, and it's just their standard disclaimer saying that they're not responsible if you put the batteries in incorrectly. Okay, it's got two itty bitty magnets there, as does the mod, which helps the door lock in place, and they are really tiny, but they work perfectly. Okay, so that's the door. Now down inside you will see that this mod is mechanical, in the sense that this copper piece here, which is the switch, will move, and I'll show you here, and it makes contact with the cylinder around the 510, which is obviously positive connected, and it makes a connection there, and it completes the circuit. Okay, so it is purely mechanical. Now, it does have a couple wires in it. Obviously, this black wire here is the ground wire, which feeds up to the 510 and makes that ground circuit complete. And then you have a wire here which runs from each battery here, and then it runs to the back side of the switch, which will help with the circuitry completion. So that is that. Now, this is mechanical in the sense that you push the button, and the copper contact makes the contact with the 510 cylinder, and it completes the circuit, which means you're going to have a lot less of voltage loss with a device like this versus a device that had wires feeding into the button, and then the wire went to the 510, because no matter how high the amperage is on a button, it's still another mechanism that the wire and the voltage and the amperage has to feed through, which is going to cause voltage loss. So Really, really like the design. Super simplistic and really well done. I mean, it is a beautiful box. They did a really, really good job. All the solder points are done really, really well and is made really nicely. There's the two bottom latches. These are for the negative end of your batteries here, and they are brass, and then they're connected with the solder junction here to the ground. On the top end, you'll see these two nubs, which are not flexible. They don't move. They're just nubs in this, from what I've been told, is silver plated. I don't think so. I just think this is a piece of stainless steel that they put into these grooves, but I have read a couple people say that this is silver plated. The battery obviously makes contact with this nub, so you can use your flat top high amperage batteries, which most of us have, and it makes the nice positive tight connection. And then down inside here, you know, you can see where that wire is soldered over here, and then it feeds over to the other side and then up into the switch. Okay, so pretty much that's it for up close mode, folks. And like I said, this is a parallel, or in case I didn't say, this is a parallel box mod. So according to this, as you can see, both the batteries go negative bottom and positive top. So this is a 3.7, you know, average vape. You know, it's a 4.2 when fully charged, and then it goes down from there. But you know, it's a traditional 3.7 parallel battery box mod, which I personally enjoy. So that's what I got for Zoom Zoom mode. Like I said, really nice craftsmanship. You can see it. It's done really, really well, and I mean, for the price, can't beat it. So let's go ahead and go back up top, and we'll talk on it and vape on it, and I will let you folks get out of here. Alright folks, we're back. Now I've gotten a couple batteries in there, okay, and as you can see, these batteries are not going anywhere, folks. I just wish they would have done a little bit better job as far as maybe putting some type of adjustable or some type of springiness on the top end, maybe like some copper spring pins or something to make these batteries come out. Now you can do this and they will come out, but it does take a little bit of a pounding. I just use a flathead screwdriver and take them out. So they go obviously ground, bottom, positive end, top, and like I said, these things fit pretty snug, folks. There's one, ground, bottom, positive top, because as I said, this is a 3.7, you know, standard device. The door, you know, is just perfect, folks. The magnets work perfect, and also these little flanges on the side really make this piece just perfect. I mean, it's nice and snug. The door doesn't have a lot of wobble. It's probably maybe a 1/4 of a millimeter wobble in this door. You can probably hear that. But when it's in, it does not shake. The door does not come off unless you really, really, really shake it hard. So I mean, it's just perfect in my opinion. The back, oh, don't even get me started about the back again. These two things right here are the biggest negatives on the whole mod for me. The logoing of Segreen, like I said, you should be able to logo your work. I appreciate that. But the fact that it's right in the middle of the back of the box, and then you have this, you know, no person under 18 should be using this device, to me, that doesn't need to be there. And I will be, in, I'm sure, very short form, finding a nice sticker to put on the back of this thing to cover all that up. Serial number is a nice touch, but like I said, you've already heard my views on this thing. Let's just get a vape, okay? By the way, this is a 28.5 millimeter taupe clone with a really badly damaged Chuff Enough drip top cap, which I should probably amend my video and say that these things, if you drop them, they will break. The little cooling fin things will break off. And sorry about the little bit of glow that you're seeing on some of the things that I've been showing you today. I have my contrast on the camera turned kind of down because with the daylight coming through the beautiful new curtain here in the background, it throws my camera off and my camera goes really, really dark. So I had to turn the contrast a little bit down. Not trying to do any special effects for you or sci-fi. Just thought I would let you guys know, so in case you were asking what that is. Folks, this is, like I said, a 0.35 ohm 28.5 millimeter atomizer, and it is just hitting great. I've already had these batteries in this mod for probably a day and a quarter, day and a half or so, and I do use this mod right now presently about 70% of the time, because I just keep going back to this. And I gotta tell you folks, without rambling too much, I definitely love the fact that this is like the new thing right now. Parallel box mods and regulated box mods are the new norm, and I love that this is getting big now, because I'm telling you, the battery life of this device and devices like it really outweigh the use of a single 18650. Not to mention as well is you get a lot more protection, and maybe protection is the wrong word, but you have a lot less stress on two 30 amp 18650s versus a single 30 amp 18650s. As always, remember to use the proper batteries in devices like that, or like this, and other ones like it, because you're still running on the lower end of ohms if you're sub-ohming, which most people that will use something like this will be. Just keep that in mind. But the battery life and the fact that I know I'm not pushing the batteries as hard as I would be in a single mechanical tube mod really makes this a big win for me. So folks, this thing is just, like I said, I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to enjoy another one here. And obviously your clouds and your vapor will depend on your build. Like I said, this is only a 0.35, folks. Nothing too serious going on in here. It's just a, let me see if I can get this to come off. Just a, a 24 gauge parallel build in there. I think it's like 6 or 7 wraps, something like that. But this thing just with those two batteries, it just goes and goes and goes. And I've been going about, like I said, about a day and a quarter on these, and they just keep going. So that's what I got for you folks. If you like what you've seen here, I will put a link in to 101vape.com, which is where I got this. Like I said, 101, they're super fast shipping. I do believe they still have this in stock. I would advise you, if you're a mechanical vapor and you like box style mods, even if you have other box style mods like this is a good one to get, folks. It hits really hard, the voltage loss is minimal, and it does very good job. Only thing in my opinion is you might have to cover up this whole mess down here or in the back, but I can get past that because of how well it works. So that's what I got for you today, folks. I hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you would like to subscribe, I got tons of stuff coming. As I said already, second video of the day today, and many more to come over this week. And like I always say, folks, vape free, and you have yourself a fantastic Monday afternoon. I'm out.